know our next guest from the 9 seasons he spent on Saturday Night Live or his popular digital series Hiking with Kevin. The 4th season of that show premiering tomorrow on YouTube, by the way.
Now he's on to his next venture, and he is showing us now what is perhaps his most impressive talent. He has a new book out. It's called I Exaggerate, My Brushes with Fame. Everybody, please welcome the incredibly talented artist, Kevin Nealon. Look, here he is. You take issue with that intro, maybe your best talent, and I'm calling you an artist, Kevin Nealon. Is that?
Well, it's funny because when I have this book out, people are saying, I didn't know you were this talented. Thank you very much.
You just have many talents.
You do, this is, again, people, you're seeing this. You drew yourself every single one of these, a bunch of celebrities that folks will recognize. You've been kind of drawing or dabbling since you were a kid, but when did you get this good?
It was recently. No, I have been drawing most of my life. Even when I was 8 years old, I saw somebody drawing a sad sack, kind of a guy with a big nose on a napkin and a long neck and collagen lips. And I copied that. I kept doing that one. And then as I got older, I started doing more. And I was always doodling, even during the Saturday Night Live table reads on Wednesdays. Sometimes it wasn't a sketch, so I'd sketch the person across from me, whether it was Farley or Lauren Michaels or the host, and the margin of the script. And then I'd be on airplanes. I start sketching passengers next to me on a napkin or on a barf bag if it was empty. Some of them were not empty, but that's all I had. And then I started to get more focused on it, because when I turned 60, I said to myself, I'm going to start doing the things I've always wanted to do. One of them was drawing caricatures and completing them and coloring them, and the other one was taking Spanish and playing the piano. So I'm doing all those now, and I'm very, very busy. I cannot stay.
It's a quick segment. It's a quick segment. But these are phenomenal. We were all back in my dressing room looking through the book, and just our minds were blown. This is really, really remarkable. What kind of feedback have you gotten, not only from the people who you're drawing, but just in general to the level of your talent?
Well, it is true. People are surprised. They're surprised that I can draw, because I never really did it in public before. And they seem to like the book a lot, because it's accompanied, each painting is accompanied with an anecdote about that person. The experience I had with them, because I know most of them except for the ones like Freddie Mercury and of course Elizabeth Taylor. Oh, actually I did meet Elizabeth Taylor. I met her at a Carrie Fisher party. Carrie Fisher used to have a lot of parties, and this is the evolution of Elizabeth Taylor.
Oh, wow.
You can see how long it takes me. I keep going and going.
Remind folks how long it does take you. You were telling us how long
it takes a couple of weeks for some of them. Yeah. And I'm getting better, so it's less and less time. But Elizabeth Taylor, I just saw at Carrie Fisher's party, and I couldn't believe it. And I said, hey, Liz, how are you? And she goes, oh, my back is killing me now. Don't ask anybody over 70 how they're doing, because they're getting into a whole medical thing. These guys know what I'm talking about.
Everything you didn't want to know.
Yeah, but she told me my back's out. I said, you should use ice on that. I was really happy to give her some advice. She goes, oh, honey, I use a bag of frozen peas on my back, because it conforms to the back. And I'm thinking, ever since then, I started using a bag of peas when my back went out. And I've had the same bag of peas for like 6 years. And I've used it so often, the label is like wearing off. Plus, I put Bengay on first, then the bag of peas. So I had it in the freezer, and my mother-in-law came over, and she made dinner one night, and I wasn't in there.
No.
And I saw peas on the table. I said, where'd you get those peas? Because I'm eating them, and they have a little minty smell to them from the Bengay.
And it made you think of Elizabeth Taylor.
It was my bag of peas. I said, that was my Elizabeth, like, Tom Hanks' Wilson.
That is the best story in the book, isn't it? And that's a 100% true story.
That's a true story. All the stories are true. They're not exaggerated. It's just the pictures. Except for my picture, that is not exaggerated.
Is that the one that took you the longest?
That took me a long time. I do a lot of these in hotel rooms, because I travel on the road doing stand-up. And I really remember where I was for each one. And some of them were in a lot of places to do it. And I think Eddie Vedder was one of the first ones I did. And he loved it.
Well, these are fantastic. We encourage everybody to pick one. It's just so fun to look at and so fun to see the stories behind the pictures. Kevin Nealon, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, come on back anytime. Next time you should want to have a piano lesson for us, or any Spanish conversation.
The piano's going a little slow, I'll tell you that.
All right, everyone, I Exaggerate. My Brushes with Fame is out now.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.